Hey guys, what is up? My name is Megan and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. I hope you guys are doing well and staying safe, and welcome to today's video, which is a video for my middle grade March TBR. If you don't know, middle grade March is a month-long readathon that happens every March. It's been happening for several years now. It is hosted by Krista from Books and Jams, as well as two other fantastic co-hosts. I will leave the middle grade March page on YouTube, as well as all of the hosts linked down below. You can go to their page to see recommendations, TBR videos, all of that. So that will be in the description. But there are several ways you can participate in middle grade March. You can either read one middle grade book and call it a day, which is totally fine. You can participate in reading from different prompts that they give you, and they also have read-alongs for two different books this year that you can participate in and chat about with them. They will be hosting live sprints and all of these fun interactive things as well throughout the month, so I highly encourage that you go and watch the videos. It's really cool as well because Krista from Books and Jams has this video every year in the month of March where she asks a bunch of people who create content to recommend middle grade books. I was part of it last year, and this year it's really exciting because she's asking all new people, like people who haven't been featured in these video projects before. So highly recommend you checking that video out when it releases. I will leave that in my community posts once it does, but here is the plan for me. I read middle grade books year round, so obviously it doesn't change much in my reading habits. However, this year my goal is to make a middle grade March dedicated reading vlog where I try to read my TBR in about a week. I have chosen one book for each of the 5 prompts, and I'm gonna show you guys those straight away. So the first prompt for middle grade March is to read a book by an author with 3 names. Now I will say, this is a hard prompt and I'm really trying to stick to my physical TBR, so there wasn't a lot for me to choose from, and I'm kind of tweaking this, but I also do think that it works. For that, I will be reading Skandar 4, which is Skandar and the Skeletal Curse by A.F. Stedman. Technically, there's like a dot between A and F. It's gonna work for me for this prompt. So yes, I am reading Skandar 4. I am currently in the middle of Skandar 3 at the time of me filming this video, and I know once it's done, I'll want to keep going. So what a perfect excuse to keep going and get myself ready for book 5, which releases. If you don't know about Skandar, I will leave all of my Skandar playlists down below. I talk about it very frequently on my channel. It's a middle grade fantasy. It's 5 books that will make the series. It's based off elemental magic. There are unicorns, a magic school. It's a very, very, very fun time. I cannot recommend the series enough. So book 4 needs to be read, obviously, and obviously there will be content surrounding that. There's going to be the reading vlog and probably a spoiler-filled review, as I did with Skandar 2 and plan to do for Skandar 3. The next prompt is to read a book with flowers on the cover, and for that I had a lot of choices, but I was trying to not just have middle grade fantasy on my TBR, so I decided to go with The Lawyer Society by Alison Gerber. This is the first in a middle grade mystery series. The second book actually releases in April, so I thought what a perfect time to put this on my TBR, and this was actually gifted to me by Sarah, so thank you so much, Sarah, for this wonderful gift. She had gifted me this for hosting Everbloom last year, so I obviously want to get to it. As you can see, there's a lot of foliage and things happening here, so it definitely works for this prompt. So as I said, it is a mystery. It is very much compared to Knives Out and that Jennifer Lynn Barnes series, The Inheritance Games, but in middle grade form, and I think that is very high praise. It's shorter as well, so I think I'm gonna have a blast. Cannot wait for this. This is definitely a 5-star prediction. The third prompt is probably the easiest for me being a fantasy reader, and that is read a book that is a part of a series. And for that, I'm going to kill 2 birds with 1 stone and go ahead and read Nevermore by Jessica Townsend. If you missed it, I have a read-along that is starting in March for Nevermore in preparation for book 4, which releases June 24th of 2025. Nevermore is an iconic middle grade series. I feel like everybody has read it at this point, and I am rereading it to get ready. If you want to chat about it with me, you are more than welcome to join my read-along, but just FYI as well, Jessica Townsend and the publisher are also hosting a read-along pretty much at the same time as I am, so you can participate in all of that if you wish. Nevermore, as I said, is going to be a long series. I think it's supposed to be 7 books long, but we're going back to basics and we're reading book 1. Again, I will be listening to this via audiobook. Prompt number 4 is to read a book that involves travel, and for that I am trying to hit multiple goals at once. So I will be continuing a series that I'm trying to finish off completely in 2025, and that is the Adventures on Train series. So I will be reading the 3rd book, which is Murder on the Safari Star. This is by MJ Leonard and Sam Sedgman. Adventures on Trains is a mystery series set on different trains, and we go along these wonderful adventures while also solving different mysteries. Every time we follow Hal and his uncle, and basically Hal usually makes friends on these different trains and solves these incredible mysteries. The 1st book surrounds a theft, the 2nd a kidnap, and this one I'm assuming a murder. These audiobooks are fantastic, so I will be listening to this audiobook as well, and I can't wait to get to book 3 because I have a feeling it's probably going to be my favorite one of the series based off the setting. And the last prompt is to read a book written in the 1900s. I was struggling with this because a lot of the books that I have on my shelves are from like early 2000s, but not necessarily like 1990s. So I was like trying to find something that wasn't too old because I wasn't in the mood for a children's classic. I did a lot of digging, but then I realized that all the books were falling. I have Kiki's Delivery Service that I need to read, and this is a newer edition of the book, but Kiki's Delivery Service was originally written in 1985, so this very much works for the prompt. I don't know the story of Kiki's Delivery Service. I know it's like a witch in training. There's a cat in there. Everybody calls it wholesome. Again, this is a smaller read, so I was thinking this is perfect to fit in a week-long challenge of me finishing my TBR in 1 week. So I'm gonna read this, and I hope I love it because I've been reading more witchy middle grade recently, and they unfortunately have not been hits. So I'm counting on this, which is like a beloved classic at this point, to pull me into witchy middle grade and make me love it again. So yeah, maybe I'll watch that and try to find the animated film for Kiki's Delivery Service. I don't know what the plan is, but I'm hoping to get to this so that I can finally say that I've read Kiki's Delivery Service. So those are the 5 books on my TBR. I will say I'm not too worried. I know Skandar is a little bit more thick, but I do have the audiobook to tandem read, and the rest should be significantly fast-paced. Nevermore is a reread. I'm already familiar with the story, so I think this is the perfect TBR setup for me. Now, obviously, I will be reading more middle grade than this within March. My TBR is always filled with middle grade books. Some of them will probably show up on the Book Hive TBR. Some of those probably won't. But just know that if you like middle grade content, do not forget to like follow me. I talk about middle grade pretty much every time I post a video, and my Book Hive TBR will be coming next, and you will be able to see what else I am reading that is middle grade related in March. Also, do not forget, as I said, to go and watch all of the Middle Grade March content from both the creators and on the Middle Grade March YouTube channel. That's it for me, you guys. I'll see you very soon with another video. Bye, guys. Happy reading.